Yes.
Yeah. What is the temperature, do you think?
I think is
Đợi bác in bài. Thầy hỏi bao nhiêu độ ấy con?
vâng
About
Yeah, that
about
about
30.
30.
hey.
Checking.
Okay, about 30, you say about 30 degrees, Ming Ang. Okay?
35. Now it's 35 degrees.
Wow, 35.
Yes.
Wow, that is too hot, I think, Ming Ang. Too hot. Is that right? Is that too hot for you, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Yeah, too hot for me too. Okay, Ding Lam, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ding Lam?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. Ming Ang was just telling me how hot it is in Hanoi today. I think about 35 degrees. Is that right, Ding Lam?
I think it's
Yeah,
32.
32 where you are. Wow,
Yeah,
but still very hot. Still over 30. So that is very hot.
yeah.
Okay. Have you had a good week, Ding Lam?
Uh, yes, I have a good week because I have a oh,
Yeah,
mm,
because you had what did
what is
you
it?
have?
Holidays, right?
Yeah, holiday. 2 day, uh, 2 day to sleep
2 days
with
to
my
sleep and
yeah,
relax.
yeah.
Oh, that's great. So, did you go anywhere, Ding Lam, or
Uh, I
did you stay
uh
at home?
I go to my hometown and
Okay. Past
visit
tense,
to
Ding Lam. Remember past tense. I
uh
went. I
I
went.
I went to uh my hometown
Hmm.
and I visited to my grandmother.
Good. I visited two of my grandmothers. Is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah.
Okay. So, good, Ding Lam. Remember past tense. So I went to my hometown and I visited two of my, and plural, grandmothers. Grandmothers have to have the S on the end. That's good, Ding Lam. Ming Ang, what did you do for the holiday?
I stay at home and relax.
Okay, I remember past tense, Ming Ang. I stayed at home and relaxed. Okay, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Yeah, I stayed with the D on the end. I stayed at home and relaxed with the D on the end. Fu Kwang, Chen Chao Fu Kwang.
Hello, teacher.
How are
How are
you?
you?
I'm good.
I'm
How are
very,
you?
I'm very good.
I'm good. Glad to hear it. Mrs. Ha,
Yes.
yes, you want to say something or not?
No, nothing special. Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mrs. Ha. All right, everyone, we will get started. Okay, seeing as you are here on time. So, we are going to continue with looking at writing task one shortly, but first we're going to look at some more speaking. Before we start, does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions at this stage? Okay. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to send you in chat a sentence, and I want you to correct it for me. Fuquan,
Yes.
can you see the sentence I have sent you in chat?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you read it for me, please? Just read the sentence.
I have sister who live in Da Nang, and she older than me, and she work in shop.
Okay, so everyone, there are 5 things wrong with this sentence. 5 things that need to be corrected. Can you please write the sentence for me with your corrections? So there are 5 mistakes in this sentence. So please rewrite the sentence, correcting the mistakes, and send it to me. There are 5 mistakes. I'll give you a clue. The mistakes are to do with articles, prepositions, and plurals. Articles, prepositions, and plurals. Thank you, Fuquan. I can see yours now. Okay, so you have found 3 of the mistakes, Fuquan, but there are still 2 more. Okay, thank you, Ding Lam. Okay, you have corrected 2 mistakes, but there are still 3 more. Thank you, Ming Ang. Okay, so you have corrected 1 mistake, Ming Ang. There are 4 more. All right. The first mistake, everyone, is in this phrase. All right. Ming Ang. Ming Ang.
Yes.
What is the word sister? What part of speech is it? Is it an adjective? Is it a verb? Is it an adverb? What is sister?
Uh,
Is it a verb? Is it an adjective, Ming Ang?
Yeah, now
It's a noun. Good. Sister is a noun. Okay. What do nouns need in front of them, Ming An? Excuse me.
uh, uh, under
Nouns need an article in front of them. An article. What are the three articles, Ming An? The three articles.
is under
Sorry, did you give me three or just two, Ming An? I heard the. What is the third one?
and
An. Good. All right. So it needs, sister is a noun, needs an article in front of it. That is the first mistake. Which article, Ming Ang? Correct. Okay. So everyone, this is the first this is how you correct the first mistake. Which everyone got wrong. I have a sister. Okay. Sister is a noun. Nouns almost always need articles in front of them. All right, that is the first mistake. I have a sister. Okay, this is where the next mistake is. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, Ding Lam, can you see what I have sent you in chat?
Who live in Da Nang?
Okay, what is wrong with that phrase? Do you know, Ding Lam?
Live.
Yeah, how do you spell live then? How should you spell it?
Lives.
Good. Very good. Ding Lam. Okay. So this is the second mistake, everyone. This is what it should be. Okay. Can you read that for me, please? Ding Lam.
Who lives in Da Nang?
Good. Much better. I heard that correctly this time, Ding Lam. Very good. Who lives in Da Nang. Okay. Live must have an S on the end. Who lives in Da Nang. She lives in Da Nang. Who live in Da Nang is not correct. Must have an S on the end. Lives. Lives. She lives. He lives. Okay? Lives is plural. Needs to have an S on the end. Okay. The next mistake. Okay. Bukwang.
Yes.
Okay. Can you read what I have sent you in chat, Bukwang?
And she older than me.
Okay, so what is wrong with that phrase? Bukwang? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, so there is a preposition missing. A preposition missing. And the preposition should go between the words she and older. Do you know what that preposition is, Bukwang?
No.
Okay,
Preposition là
remember,
gì con? In on này. In on đó. Preposition là gì? Là giới
Wait.
từ thôi. Là giới từ con. He knew.
Vợ.
Yes. Okay.
I think
okay.
it's miss something.
Yeah, so these are examples of prepositions I have sent you. Fuquan, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, which one?
Is. I think it is.
You are correct. Okay, you are correct. So everyone, this is what it should say. She is older than me. Although remember when we are speaking, okay, it gets turned into this, she's, and she's older than me. She is older than me, but when we are speaking, we abbreviate, we shorten the is sound. So it's just like an S, and she is older than me. Can you say that phrase, please, Fu Kwang? And she's older than me.
And she is older than me.
Correct. Okay, that is the third mistake. All right, let's look at the fourth mistake. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay, what is wrong with this?
And
Is correct. All right, there's something missing from the word work. What is it?
works.
Correct. Works needs to be plural. Okay, she works. Works. Send it all to you. Okay, and she works. And she works. Not and she work. Works needs to be plural in this sentence. Okay, just the same as lives. Lives and works. Okay, and the last mistake. Hang on, I'll just send it to you. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what is wrong with that phrase I've just sent you? Do you know?
Is works
Yeah, yeah. And there's something wrong with this. One more mistake. So, shop, Ding Lam, is shop. What is shop? Is shop a verb?
the
Is it an adjective? What is shop?
in the shop
Close. What is shop though? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? Is
is
it an
a native
okay? Shop is a noun.
now, yeah, now
Is a noun. Okay. What
in
now, Ding Lam? What do nouns need in front of them or before them?
uh
Yeah, it needs an article. You remember what are the three articles, Ding Lam?
theatrical
There are three articles.
and the
Yeah. A, the, and an. A, the, and an.
yeah in the
Yeah. Okay. So which one is missing, Ding Lam?
I think is uh
You are correct. Okay. Can you read that, please, Ding Lam?
and she works in a shop.
Good. Okay. So shop, everyone, is a noun. Okay. Nouns need articles in front of them or before them. In front of them or before them mean the same thing. Okay. But just about every noun you use needs an article in front of them. And the three articles are Fukwang. Fukwang.
Yes.
What are the three articles? What are they?
Uh, and the
Correct. Yeah.
of
No. A,
uh,
da, and an.
and
A-A-N. A, da, and an. Only three articles. Very easy to remember. A, da, and an. Of is a preposition. Okay, so now we know that. Okay, here is the original sentence, which has mistakes in it. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay, can you read me, please, the first line with the corrections, please, Ming Ang.
I have a sister who lives in Da Nang.
Good. I have a sister. Sister is a noun. Who lives in Da Nang. Lives is plural. Very good, Ming Ang. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you read the second line, please, with the corrections?
Second synthesis is
Yeah, read
and,
the second line.
yeah. And she is older than me.
Correct. And she is older than me. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Ding Lam. Fu Kwang. Fu Kwang.
Yes,
Can you finish it, please, with the corrections?
I have a sister who lives in Da Nang and
Yeah.
she is older than me.
And she's older
And
than
she
me. Yeah.
and she works in a shop.
Correct. Good. Okay, good. So the 5 mistakes. I have a sister who lives in Da Nang, and she is older than me, and she works in a shop. Okay, that you must use prepositions and articles and plurals to be a good speaker. They are only small words or small sounds, but to be a good speaker and to get a good score, you must get used to using them. All right, any questions about that, anyone? So that was articles. Remember 3 articles, a, da, and an. Prepositions, words like of, to, at, is, are all prepositions, and plurals must put an S on them. Okay. Ming Ang,
Yes.
can you see the screen that says mistake number 2? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, everyone. So I'm going to play you this video. So please watch and listen to this video, please. This is another grammar mistake.
Right, here is mistake number 2. Let's see if you can spot it.
Yesterday, I went to visit my friend in London. I leave at 6 in the morning, take the train, and arrived around 9 a.m.
Right, did you spot it? Okay, so this is what they said. And this is what they should have said. Yesterday, I went to visit my friend in London. I left at 6 in the morning, took the train, and arrived around 9 a.m. The problem is the person is mixing tenses. They're going from the past to the present and back to the past. And when you're telling a series of events like this, you need to stay in the past tense. Simple as that. Now, how do you fix this? First of all, be really clear about how to pronounce the past tense. There are 3 sounds, right? It can be a d, as in played. It can be a t, as in cooked. Or it can be a id, as in departed. There are 3 different sounds you need to practice. There's a video here giving you all the details. You can go and watch it later and practice. The other thing to do is to make a list of habits that you have and then transpose them into the past using a time reference. For example, I have some habits. I play the violin, I cook on the weekends, and then I put in the past with a time frame. So I play the violin. I played the violin yesterday. I cook on the weekends. I cooked last weekend and I made lasagna.
Introducing our cutting-edge Smart Zoom
Okay.
reading glasses, co-developed by NASA engineers.
Okay, so you're practicing it and building sentences that are true about you. So first, be clear about the pronunciation. Second, practice transposing like this. Next, Mr.
Okay. That's enough of that, everyone. So she's talking about past tense. Remember, anytime you are talking about things that have already happened, you need to use past tense. So that's what we're going to practice now. So again, in chat, I'm going to send you some sentences that are present tense. You need to turn them into past tense. And the easiest way to turn a sentence in the past tense is usually to change the verb. Change the verb. So, Ming An,
Yes.
can you read the sentence I have just sent you in chat, please?
He reads a book every evening.
Okay, can you change that? Can you change that to past tense for me, please? Just speak to me.
He he read a book every evening.
Close. You have the right word. So the verb is reads. Okay? So what is past tense of reads? Do you know, Ming An?
Uh, read.
Read. Good. So what should the sentence be, Ming An? Past tense.
He read a book every evening.
Good. Okay, so you change the verb to past tense. All right. Do another one of these. Okay, Ding Lam, it's going to be your turn. All right? Ding Lam? Going to send this to you in chat, but everyone can see. Ding Lam.
Yeah.
Okay, can you read the sentence, please, Ding Lam?
They play football in the park on weekends.
Okay, please make that into past tense, that sentence.
They play football in the park on weekends.
Good. Okay, so the verb is play. What is past tense of play, Ding Lam?
Is past tense is played.
Okay. This word here, everyone, played. Played. Can you please say that, Ding Lam?
Played.
All right. It's not played. It's not pronounced played. It is pronounced played. Played.
Played.
Played. Like as if the word was this, Ding Lam. Can you say that, Ding Lam? Ding Lam?
Lâm ơi,
Đó, đây ạ.
thầy gọi con kìa, không hiểu như thế nào? Nếu mà không hiểu thì nói là con không hiểu. Can you repeat,
I,
for example, like
I
this?
don't have idea.
Nói to lên.
I don't have idea.
Okay. It is pronounced played, Ding Lam. Can you see the word I've sent you in chat?
Nhìn giáo viên nhắn xem. Thế là cách đọc có cái đuôi ed đúng không? Blade, blade. Ok. Hiểu cách khi nhỉ? Nói to lên nhé.
Okay, Ding Lam, please try the word.
Đọc to lên con.
Played.
Played. Played.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll send you this word. Okay. Laid. 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 Okay. Laid. Just like that. And then just put the P in front of it. Ding. Ding Lam. Okay. Try that, Ding Lam.
Played.
Played. Played.
Played.
Played. That's all. Played. Okay. So that is how this word is pronounced. Played. Not played. Not played. Okay. It is pronounced played. But Kwang, can you say it for me, please? Played.
Play.
Good. Ming Ang.
Played.
Play. Good. Good pronunciation. Very clear, Ming Ang. I can hear you clearly. Played. Played. Okay. Next one. This is for you. For Kwang, can you read that sentence, please?
She cooks dinner for her family.
Good. Make it past tense, please. For Kwang.
Uh, she she cooked dinner for her family.
Very good, for Kwang. Okay. Cooks. Everyone cooks. Becomes. Okay. Past tense. Cooks. The verb cooks becomes cooked. Cooked. Now, in this case, the ED sound is pronounced like a T. Cooked. Cooked. Can you say that, please, Fu Kwang?
Cook.
Cooked.
Cook.
I need to hear the T sound. Cooked. Cooked. Cooked.
Cooked.
Good. Better. Ming Ang, cooked.
Cooked.
Good. Ding Lam. Cooked. Okay, cooked. Okay, that is the past tense of cooks, is cooked, and it is pronounced like it has a T. So it's not cooked, it is cooked. Cooked. Next one. Okay, it's your turn. Ming Ang, I'll send you something. Okay, Ming Ang, can you please read that sentence? Ming Ang,
Yes.
can you read the sentence I've sent you, please?
I write emails to my friends.
Good. Please turn that to past tense, Ming Ang.
I wrote emails to my friends.
Correct. Very good. Okay. Wrote, of course, is the past tense of the verb write. I wrote emails to my friends. Good. Next one. And Ding Lam, this is for you.
Sunrise in the east.
Good. Okay. Please make that past tense.
The sun rose in the east.
Good. Okay. So rose. Rose is the past tense of rises. Rose is the past tense of rises. All right. Got a few more of these for you. So we are doing this to remind you, you need to change things that have already happened. You must talk about them in past tense. Fu Kwang. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
Can you read the sentence I've sent you in chat?
The birds sing in the morning.
Past tense?
The bird song in the morning.
Not song. Okay, song. Correct. Yeah, correct. Okay. This is past tense of sing. Is sang. The birds sang in the morning. Okay, Ming Ang, your turn. Another sentence. Okay, Ming Ang, read the sentence, please.
We exercise at the gym every day.
Good. Okay. You'll notice, everyone, by the way, Gym is a noun, so of course it has an article in front of it. The gym. We exercise at the gym every day. Past tense, Ming Ang.
We exercise. We exercise at the gym every day.
Okay. So, correct word, just your pronunciation. I'll send it to you. Okay, this is the word. Okay, exercised. Exercised. Can you say that, please, Ming Ang? Exercised.
Exercised.
Exercised. Good. Now, this time, just don't pronounce the D too much. Okay? So listen to what I do. Exercised. Exercised. It's almost like a soft T sound. Exercised. Can you say that, please, Ming Ang?
Exercised.
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 Good. Ding Lam.
Exercise.
Okay. Phu Quang.
Exercise.
Good. Better. Exercised. Okay. Must be able to hear that last consonant, which, as I was saying, is like a soft T sound. Exercised. Exercised. Okay. Ding Lam, this one is for you. Can you read the sentence, please?
My mom teaches math at the local school.
Okay. What is past tense?
My mom taught math at the local school.
Very good. Okay. Past tense of teachers is this. Taught, taught, taught. Teachers is present tense. Taught is past tense. Just a couple more of these, everyone. Two more. Hu Kwang, this one is for you. Can you read the sentence, please?
The cat sleeps on the couch.
What is past tense?
The cat slept on the couch.
Very good. The cat slept. I'll send it in chat so you can all see. Slept. Slept. Good pronunciation too, for Kwang. Very good. Ming Ang, can you say slept, please?
Slept.
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 Good. Better. Need to hear that T sound at the end. Ding Lam, your turn, please.
That
Slept. 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 Good. The cat slept on the couch. Slept is past tense. Okay, last one of these. Ming Ang. Okay, can you read the sentence, Ming Ang?
My dad drives to work every day.
Okay, what is past tense?
My dad drove to work every day.
Good, Ming Ang. Okay, so most of these you know, which is good. All right, so drove is past tense of drives. Drove. Okay, good. So like I say, you know most of them, which is great. You just have to remember to use them. All right, so remember, anything that has already happened is past tense. So you must use the past tense verbs. Are there any questions about that? Okay, going to share another video with you now, again from Keith. All right, this is for our part one speaking. This is for our part one speaking.
Do you prefer to drink tea or coffee? Well,
Okay. I'll make it a bit bigger. All right, so please have a listen. I'll play the whole video. Please have a listen. You can also look at the words at the same time.
Do you prefer to drink tea or coffee? Well, both, to be honest. I tend to drink tea at home. We're a family of tea drinkers for sure. However, if I go out, if I'm meeting friends in a coffee bar, I'll typically have a coffee. I'm not sure why, but I prefer to have a coffee when I'm out socializing. Do you prefer to drink?
Okay, so the question, everyone, is do you prefer to drink tea or coffee? Do you prefer to drink? This is a typical part one speaking question. Do you prefer to drink tea or coffee? Which means, which one do you like to drink the most, tea or coffee? Tea or coffee? Ming Ang, which one do you like, by the way? Do you prefer to drink tea or coffee?
To be honest, I prefer tea
Okay,
more than.
good sentence. I prefer tea more than coffee. Okay, good Ming Ang. Good answer, good English. Ding Lam,
Yeah.
do you prefer to drink tea or coffee?
I prefer coffee than tea.
Okay, I prefer to drink coffee more than tea. Can you say that, please, Ding Lam?
I prefer to drink coffee more than tea.
Good. That is better English. You need to have the prepositions there. Book Kwang,
Yes,
do you prefer to drink tea or coffee?
I think in my flavor, I would prefer to drink tea than drink coffee.
Okay, so your answer had a couple of mistakes in it. How did you start, Book Kwang? What did you say at the start?
In my flavor,
My flavor. Doesn't quite make sense. Better just to say, I prefer. Okay? I prefer.
okay.
Okay, which one do you prefer, Book Kwang?
I prefer tea
Yes,
than coffee.
I prefer tea more than. More than. Need to use the word more. Okay, can you say the sentence again, please, Fu Kwang? I prefer.
I prefer to drink tea more than drink coffee.
Good, better. Good English, Fu Kwang. That is perfect English. I prefer to drink tea more than I prefer coffee, or more than coffee. Don't need to say prefer the second time. Or as Keith says in the video, he actually says he likes both. Okay, so let's have a listen to a little bit more.
Do you prefer to drink tea or coffee? Well, both, to be honest.
Okay, this phrase here, to be honest. Ming Ang, you use this phrase correctly. Very good. Okay, to be honest is a collocation. A collection, remember, a collocation is a group of words that go together. To be honest. To be honest just means that you are thinking seriously, thinking hard about your answer. And to be honest is often used with a negative answer where you are saying you don't like something. You often say, to be honest, I don't like fur. Okay, so you use the collocation to be honest when generally when you're saying you don't like something. You don't usually use it when you are talking about something you do like. Usually when you are talking about something you don't like. Okay, to be honest. It's a very useful phrase to remember, to be honest. And you use this to show you are thinking carefully about your answer. To be honest, to be honest. All right. To be honest. Ming Ang,
Yes.
can you answer this question, please, beginning with to be honest? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Ming Ang, do you prefer chocolate or ice cream?
To be honest, I prefer ice cream more than chocolate.
Okay, good English. Ding Lam, your turn. Ding Lam? Ding Lam, oi.
Yeah.
Okay, Ding Lam. So you need to begin your answer with to be honest, okay? All right. Do you prefer football or basketball, Ding Lam?
Be honest, I prefer to play basketball more than football.
Correct. Okay. To be honest, okay, is a great way to start a sentence. All right. It shows you are fluent. You are fluent in English. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
Okay. Same for you, Fu Kwang. Please begin your answer with to be honest. Okay. Fu Kwang, do you prefer catching the bus or catching a taxi?
To be honest, I prefer catching a bus more than catching a car.
Good. More than catching a taxi. Okay. Good. So to be honest is a great way to start a sentence when you are giving an opinion. And as I was saying, it's usually when you are giving a negative opinion about something. As I was saying before, to be honest, I don't really like fur. To be honest, I don't really like Ho Chi Minh City. To be honest, I don't really like China. Okay, so usually when you are giving a negative opinion, something you don't like, you often use to be honest. All right, let's continue.
I tend to.
Okay, go back to that word. I tend to. Tend, everyone. Tend means usually. Okay, I tend to means I usually do something. All right, Ming Ang. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please begin your answer with I tend to? Okay.
Yes.
All right. What time do you get up in the morning, Ming Ang?
I tend to get up in the morning about 8 o'clock.
Okay, good. I tend to means I usually. Okay, means the same. Tend and usually are synonyms. Ding Lam. Ding Lam, oi.
I'm here.
Okay, Ding Lam. Remember, you need to begin your answer with I tend to. Ding Lam, what time do you get home from school?
I tend to go home from school at the afternoon.
Okay, I tend to come home from school. Okay, come home from school in the afternoon. Can you say that sentence, please, Ding Lam?
I tend to come home from school in the afternoon.
Good. Okay, remember the difference between come and go. Come is when you are coming here, like come home. Go is when you are going somewhere else. I come home, I go to school. Okay, I come home, I go to school. Or I go to play basketball. I come home for dinner. For Kwang,
Yes.
what time do you get up in the morning?
I usually eat at
Okay,
nine
remember.
or
So
8
remember to use the word you can see on your screen for Kwang. Not usually. Okay, use the other word.
tend to eat at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good.
Sometimes like 9
Okay, good. So remember, everyone, tend. Maybe teaching you a new word. Tend means the same as usually. Tend. Tend. I tend to means what I usually do. So again, a good word to add to your list if you are keeping a list of vocabulary. Okay, here's another one.
I tend to drink tea at home. We're a family of tea drinkers for sure.
Okay, this one for sure. For sure means definitely. Means definitely. Okay, you use this when you are speaking, not when you are writing. If you are writing, you would say definitely. If you are speaking, you can say for sure. For sure. Comes at the end of a sentence. At the end of a sentence. Okay. Practice this one. I want you, Ming Ang. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please use for sure at the end of your answer? Okay. Okay, Ming Ang?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. All right. Ming Ang, does your family eat rice?
Um,
Yes. Your family
yes,
eats, yeah, your family eats rice, Ming Ang?
yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Yeah, okay. So give me an answer ending with for sure.
Mm,
Yes.
yes, for sure.
Yeah, good. That's all you need to do. Yes, for sure. Okay. Means yes, definitely. We eat rice. Okay, Ming Ang?
Yes,
Okay. So if I say to you, Ming Ang, does your family drink water?
yes, for sure.
Good. Okay. Sound just like a native speaker, Ming Ang. Okay. All right. For sure means the same as definitely. Ding lam. Ding lam.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. So same for
Okay.
you, Ding lam. Okay. Hope you've been
Uh,
listening. Does your family eat rice, Ding lam?
yes, for sure.
Great. Okay. Sound just like a native speaker, Ding lam. Perfect. Just like a native speaker. For Kwang.
Yes.
Okay. Does your family ever eat fur?
Yes, for sure.
Great. Okay. For sure. It's the sort of thing that a native speaker will say all the time instead of definitely. And just remember, for sure is what you use when you are speaking. If you were writing, you would usually just write definitely if you had to write it. But when you are speaking, you say for sure. Okay. Let's go on.
However, if I go out, if I'm meeting friends in a coffee bar, I'll typically.
Okay, this word here, typically, again means usually. Typically also means usually. Same as tend to. Typically means usually. Um, Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay, what time do you get up in the morning? Use the word typically this time, Ming Ang. Okay, use the word typically in your answer. What time do you get up in the morning?
I typically get up in the morning at 8 a.m.
Great. I typically. Just say the word, please, Ming Ang. Typically. Typically.
Typically.
Good. Typically. You can see it on your screen. So it's pronounced typically. That Y, the Y is pronounced like an I. Typically. Like a short I sound. Like the same as an it. Typically. Typically. Ding Lam, Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
What time do you wake up in the morning?
Uh, I will typically wake up in 6 a.m.
Okay. I typically wake up at. At is
At,
the correct preposition. Okay.
yeah,
At. Okay. All right. So give me the sentence again, Ding Lam. What time do you wake up in the morning? Ding Lam?
I typically wake up at 6 p.m.
Good.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. 6
6
a.m.
a.m.
Good. I typically wake up at 6 a.m. Good. Book Kwan. Book Kwan.
Yes,
What time do you wake up in the morning?
I will typically I will typically wake up at 6 a.m. too.
Good. I would typically. So you don't need to say would. Okay, Fook Kwang? Don't need to. Just say I typically. Okay? I typically. Just the same as you would say I tend to. I tend to wake up at 6 a.m. I usually wake up at 6 a.m. I typically wake up at 6 a.m. So usually, typically, and tend to all mean the same thing. Again, please write these down. Hang on just a moment, everyone. My cat wants to come in and say hello. She is calling for me at the door. I have to let her in. She's making too much noise. Hang on a moment. Okay, everyone, can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, this is my cat. This is my cat. She's making a lot of noise. Her name is Maya. 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 Say hello, Maya. Say hello to the students. Do you like cats, Ming Ang?
Yes. I have a cat.
Okay, what is your cat called?
His name is Chao.
Paw, is it?
Chao. Yes,
Okay,
is
good.
not in English.
Right, good. Ding Lam, do you like cats?
Yes, I saw like cat.
Okay, good. Fuk Kwang, do you like cats?
Yes, I would like that.
Okay, remember, if you don't like cats, how would you begin your sentence, Fuk Kwang? If you don't like cats, what would you say? What did we practice
But
before?
I think, to be honest, I
Good,
do.
good. You could say, to be honest, I prefer dogs. Okay, you could say that as your answer. Does that make sense, Fuk Kwang?
Yes,
So if you remember, if you want to say you don't like something, just start by saying, to be honest, I like dogs, or to be honest, I prefer dogs. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, can you do
Okay.
the same thing, please? So pretend you don't like cats, Ding Lam. What would you say? If I say to you, do you like cats, Ding Lam? What would you say if you don't like cats?
Uh,
How do you begin? How do you begin the sentence?
um,
What did we practice before? When you want to say you don't like something, you say
uh,
to, to,
honey,
good.
honey,
To be honest, I prefer,
honest, yeah, honest. I don't like cat.
good. That's all you need to say. To be honest, I don't like cats. Ming Ang, your turn. Ming Ang, okay. Pretend you don't like cats. All right. Do you like cats, Ming Ang?
To be honest, I really like cat.
Have to say, remember you don't like cats. To be honest, I really like dogs. Does that make sense? So you use to be honest if you want to say you don't like something. Does that make sense, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Okay. So if I say to you, Ming Ang, do you like cats? You could say, yes, I really like cats. Or, to be honest, I don't like cats. So you use to be honest when you want to be negative. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So my cat is now sitting by the heater, so she will be quiet now.
Typically have a coffee. I'm not sure why, but I prefer to have a coffee when I'm out socializing.
Okay, this word here, socializing. Socializing means to meet friends. Means just to meet friends, meet other people. Socializing. It's a slightly formal word. Like I say, just means to meet friends. Fukwang, Fukwang.
Yes.
Do you enjoy socializing?
Yes, because meet new, I can make a new, I can have a new friend. I can communicate with people, and I can have more information about something.
Okay, very good. Good answer, Fukwang. Ming Ang,
Yes.
do you enjoy socializing?
Yes, for sure. Because I can communicate with my friend or everyone.
Okay, great. Great use of for sure, Ming An, too. Great. Perfect. Okay, so remember, socializing just means meeting friends or even just meeting people, talking to people. Ding Lam,
I'm here.
do you enjoy socializing?
Yes, for sure, because I can talk with everyone and
Okay, that's fine. Good. That's all you need to say. That's good, everyone. So one more time, I will play you his answer. Okay. Now, the thing you will notice is that he gives an answer two or three sentences. Two or three sentences. So this is what I want you to get used to as well, giving two or three sentences. So here we go again.
Do you prefer to drink tea or coffee? Well, both, to be honest. I tend to drink tea at home. We're a family of tea drinkers for sure. However, if I go out, if I'm meeting friends in a coffee bar, I'll typically have a coffee. I'm not sure why, but I prefer to have a coffee when I'm out socializing.
Okay. So your turn now. Fukwang.
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to give me an answer of two or three sentences, okay? And
Uh,
try to use some of the words we have practiced. Do you prefer tea or coffee, Fukwang?
hmm, to be honest, I would prefer tea because I like the taste of it and help me. It give me more fun. I don't know why, but I would be prefer to drink tea more than coffee.
Okay, good. That's good, Fukwang. Just remember, gives needs an S on the end. It gives me more, you said fun. Fun isn't usually a word you would use with drinking tea or eating something. Fun is more when you do some sort of activity like playing football or going to the movies. It gives me more, it gives me more, enjoyment. Do you know this word, Fukwang?
Yes.
Okay, you would say it gives me more enjoyment. okay, or gives me more pleasure, something like that, but not fun. Drinking, does that make sense? Drinking tea doesn't usually give you fun. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, your turn. Do you prefer to drink tea or coffee, Ding Lam?
To be honest, I prefer to drink coffee than tea. Because I th I think coffee is so delicious and I so like it. Coffee help me not not to be sleepy, to do homework at night, and I I so like it. Yeah.
Okay, good answer, Ding Lam. Okay, good. That is the right length. Okay, 2 or 3 sentences. Good. Okay, Ming Ang,
Yes.
your turn. Do you prefer drinking tea or coffee?
To be honest, I prefer drinking tea more than coffee because there are many kinds of tea for me to choose. I only drink coffee when I go out with my friends.
Okay, good. What is another word for going out with your friends, Ming Ang? Can you remember? I only drink
Um,
coffee when I am
Socializing.
good, when I am socializing. Very good. Okay, socializing is a more formal word, and using that shows you have a good vocabulary. Does that make sense, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Yes, of course, you can say going out with your friends. Okay, of course you can say that. It is correct. But if you use a word like socializing, okay, you will get a better score because that word is not so common. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, everyone. So I'll just send you in chat now. These are all the words and phrases that we have concentrated on this afternoon. Okay. To be honest, okay, means you are thinking hard about your answer, thoughtful, and it's often associated with negative answers. To be honest, I don't really like cats. I like dogs. Tend to means the same as usually. I tend to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. For sure, okay, just means the same as definitely. Yes, we eat rice for sure every day. And you usually use it when you are speaking, not writing. For sure is just a spoken way of saying definitely. Typically means the same as usually. Same as tend to. I typically get up at 6 a.m. Typically, usually. Prefer, you all know what that means. Prefer means you like one thing better than another. I prefer cats more than dogs. I prefer tea more than coffee. I prefer fur more than banh mi. And the last one, socializing. Ding lam. Ding lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
What does socializing mean, Ding lam?
Socializing mean
You
uh, uh
see what I have sent you? Look on chat, Ding lam.
socializing is to be honest, tend to for sure,
No,
typically,
yeah, look at the end. Last line, Ding Lam. Last line.
socializing, meeting friends.
Yes, socializing is when you are meeting friends or meeting people. You are socializing. And socializing is a good word to remember because it will help you get a better score because it's a more formal word. More formal word. Are there any questions about those words? Anyone? Okay. for the rest of the class. We're going to go back to writing task 1. So remember, we started to look at this last week. This, okay, is a task 1 question, a writing task 1 question. Writing task 1 questions will always have a sentence at the beginning, okay, which tells you what the graph or the map or the chart is about, and then the second sentence tells you what you need to do. So remember, can anyone tell me, Ming Ang, can you remember how many paragraphs in a task 1 essay answer? How many paragraphs should you write?
4 paragraphs.
Very good, Ming Ang. 4 paragraphs, everyone. 4 paragraphs. Okay, your first paragraph is always a paraphrase of this. Sorry, I can't highlight it. The first sentence. The first paragraph of your answer is always a paraphrase of the first sentence of the graph. Always. All right. The second paragraph. The second paragraph is this. Second paragraph is always, what is this, Ding Lam? What word is this?
This is emotional.
What am I pointing to, Ding Lam, on the screen?
I don't have a true idea.
What can you see on your screen, Ding Lam?
Overview.
Yes, overview. Okay, the second paragraph of your answer is always an overview. Okay, what is the first paragraph, Ding Lam? Can you remember?
I don't remember.
Begins with P. Begins with P. Ming Ang told us before.
Paragraphs. A paraphrase.
Paraphrase. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you. Okay, Ding Lam.
Okay.
Okay, first paragraph of your answer is always a paraphrase. Paraphrase. It's always a paraphrase of the first sentence, which tells you what the graph is about. And paraphrase, in case you've forgotten, just means you say the same thing, just using different words. You use synonyms. Synonyms. Fu Kwang, does that make sense to you, Fu Kwang?
Yes.
Okay, so first paragraph is always a paraphrase. Second paragraph is always an overview. What is an overview, Fu Kwang? When I say overview, what do we mean?
Overview is I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, what is this? Read this next sentence here.
We therefore need to provide a short summary of the main feature.
Good. This is what an overview is. Okay, Fu Kwang?
Okay.
A short summary. When I say short, I mean 2 or 3 sentences of the main features, the main things that are happening on the graph. This is our overview. Going to come back to that in just a moment. But in the meantime, Fu Kwang, we have 2 more paragraphs in our answer. Okay? As Ming Ang was telling us, we always have 4 paragraphs in our answer to a task 1 question. Okay, Fu Kwang?
Okay.
always have 4 paragraphs, not 2 paragraphs, not 3 paragraphs, not 5 paragraphs, always 4. Always 4 paragraphs. Need to remember that. First paragraph is a paraphrase. Second paragraph is the overview. Can you remember the names of the last 2 paragraphs, Fu Kwang? What do we call the last 2 paragraphs?
Detail.
Very good. Okay. Detail. Detail paragraphs. And I'm sure I sent you this last week. Can you see the word I have sent you, Fu Kwang, in chat?
Yes.
What is it?
P stand for paraphrase, O stand for overview, and T stand for to detail paraphrase.
To detail paragraphs. Paragraphs. Very good, Fu Kwang. Very good. So to remember the structure of this, how do you just, by the way, Fu Kwang, how would you pronounce this word? What is this word? How would you say it? How would you say it? What does it say?
POT.
Yeah, spells what? What word does POT spell?
What?
Pot, yes, pot, pot. That's how you remember the structure. Just remember the word pot. Okay, remember the word pot when you are thinking of the structure of a task 1 essay. Ming Ang, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Sure, pot. Ding Lam, Ding Lam.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so pot makes sense to you? Pot. It means you just remember the word pot. What does the P stand for, Ding Lam?
P stand for paraphrase.
Yeah, O, Ding Lam, what does the
O
O stand for?
O stand for overview.
Good. And T stands for?
T stand for to detail.
To detail paragraphs.
To detail paragraph. Yeah.
Good. Okay, that's all you need to remember, everyone. Pot. Pot. So I said before, remember, paraphrase. Okay, all paraphrases is you take the first sentence, like here, and you use different words to write the same thing. Right? Overview is a short summary of the main features. Again, we've been looking at this for a couple of weeks now. For Kwang, what is the first main feature you can see? There are 3. There are 3 main features. What is the first one?
See burglary.
Yeah, what happens to burglaries?
Is decrease fast.
Good. Decrease sharply, or decrease rapidly, or decrease dramatically. These are all adverbs that mean very fast. Does that make sense, Fu Kwang?
Yes.
Good. So you can see burglaries have decreased, gone down dramatically. Ding Lam,
I'm here.
what is the next main feature of this graph? What has happened to car theft? Ding Lam?
That is slightly.
Increase slightly. Good. Increased slightly or increased gradually. Gradually and slightly. Actually, gradually means slowly. So it increases slowly. Okay, good. And the last one, Ming Ang, what is the last feature of this graph? Robbery. What happens to robbery?
Robbery, it did not change.
Doesn't change. Good. Okay. Yes, it goes up. We've talked about this. I was up here, down here, but in general, okay, it stays the same. It's the same in 2003 as it is in 2012. Robberies haven't changed over that time. Okay, so that is what you put in your overview. All right. In your detail paragraphs, Let's look at these now. Okay. Detailed paragraphs, you can see here, there are two of them, of course. Two detailed paragraphs is where you talk about numbers. Is where you talk about numbers. In your overview, you don't mention numbers. Overview, you just talk about the changes, like it increased dramatically or increased gradually or fell slowly or it remained the same. No need to talk about numbers. You keep the numbers in the detail paragraphs. That's why they're called detail paragraphs. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you read the first detail paragraph for me, please? Read what I've highlighted.
Yeah, pulverized started at just below 3,500 in 23.
Okay, I'll just stop you, Ding Lam. Just correct your pronunciation. The first word is burglaries. Can you say that, please? Burglaries.
Burglary.
Burglary. Burglary
Burglary.
is where someone comes and steals something from your house or your school or your office. A burglary is when someone takes some property, something that belongs to your house, okay, is a burglary. A robbery is where someone takes something that belongs to you, like maybe your cell phone or your money, okay, or your motorcycle if you have one. That is the difference between burglary and robbery. All right. This number here, Ding Lam, is pronounced 2003. Can you say that, please?
2003.
Good. All right. So can you please read the whole sentence again, please, Ding Lam? All the sentence.
Burglary started at just below 3,500 in 2003, and apart from a small,
Small. Small.
yeah,
Yeah,
small
good. Okay, finish the sentence here.
rise of around 500 offenses in 2002 and 4.
Good. That'll do. Okay, 2000. Remember 2003, 2004. Okay. Now this word here, offenses, offenses
Offenses.
is just another word meaning crimes. Okay. It's a word that you can use instead of saying burglaries, car theft, robberies. Okay. The word offenses describes all of those. An offense is a crime, something that is bad, something that is against the law. Offenses. Okay. Fu Kwang, can you finish the rest of the paragraph, please?
It fell fastly just
Okay, I'll get you to practice this word here. Drastically. Drastically. Can you say that, please? Drastically.
quickly.
Good. Drastically. Drastically just means, okay, it is this. Okay, it means something happened very fast. This, okay, it fell drastically. Drastically is an adverb. Okay, it fell drastically. It means fell very fast. Does that make sense, Fu Kwang?
Yes.
Okay, drastic. Okay, we'll continue with the sentence. In fact, start again, Fu Kwang. Start again.
Fell drastically to just over 1,000 incidents in 2008, saw a slight rise to just below
Okay,
1,500.
sorry, Fu Kwang, you missed out one of the numbers. Okay, incidents in 2008. Next sentence.
In 2008, 2009 saw a slight rise to just below 1,500, and it remained in and it around this figure until the end of the time period.
Good. Okay. Time period is a collocation. Time period just means, okay, all the time that is shown on the graph. The time period is 2003 to 2012. Does that make sense, Fu Kwang?
Yes.
This is called the time period, is from 2003 to 2012. The period of time that is shown on this graph, or time period. Okay? During this time period, burglaries fell drastically. Does that make sense, Fu Kwang? Sorry, Fu Kwang, I couldn't hear you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so during this time period, 2003 to 2012, burglaries fell drastically. Okay, drastically or dramatically. There are quite a few adverbs you can use to describe this. Okay, and the last one, Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay, you get all the second paragraph here, Ming Ang.
From 2003 to 2008, the number of car thefts shifted between just below 2,500 and just over 2,000 before rising steadily to nearly 3,000 in 2013.
Good. Yeah.
Over the interim period, robbery never rose above 1,000 and did not go under 500.
Okay, good. Good reading. Just this word here, Ming Ang, this word here. It is pronounced entire. Entire. Can you say that, please? Entire.
Entire.
Entire. Good. Entire just means over all this period. Okay, all this period. Go back up to the graph. All this period, 2003 to 2012. Okay, the entire period, entire, is a formal word, just means all of this. Okay, the entire period. You can use it in many ways. The entire city of Hanoi is covered in pollution. The entire city of Hanoi is full of motorcycles. Entire just means all of. Does that make sense, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Okay, entire. Again, this word here. Entire just means all of. So the entire period. Period just means all those years. Entire. Okay, everyone, that's almost the lesson for today. Okay, it's 3 o'clock, just about time to finish. Ding Lam,
Yeah, I'm here.
do you prefer tea or coffee, Ding Lam?
I prefer drink coffee more than tea.
Because?
Because I think coffee is delicious that more than tea. It make me not to be sleepy to do homework at night.
Okay, good. Fu Kwang,
Yes.
do you prefer tea or coffee?
Uh, I think I prefer tea because I like it in flavor and I enjoy it when I drink.
Okay, fine. And Ming Ang, Do you
Yes.
prefer tea or coffee?
To be honest, I prefer drink tea more than coffee because there are many kind of tea to me choose, and I only drink coffee when I socializing with my friend.
Great. Good use of words. Ming Ang and Ming Ang. Does your family ever eat rice?
Yes, for sure.
Great. Phu Quang. Phu Quang.
Yes.
Does your family ever drink water?
On way for real.
Okay. And what is the other word we learned today, Phu Quang? Yes. You say yes. What is
I
the rest of the
don't
answer? Remember,
know.
if you want
Can
to
you give
say
me a hint?
definitely, what do you say? Can you remember?
No,
Yes.
can you give me more?
Okay. I'll see if Ding Lam remembers. Ding Lam. Ding Lam. Ding Lam. Oi.
Teacher, I remember it
Okay. What is it?
for sure.
Correct.
Sao thầy gọi
Okay.
con cứ
So
không nghe thế nên lắm.
that's good, Fu Quang. Yes, for sure. Okay. Yes, for sure is great. Ding Lam, are you still listening?
Yeah, I'm here. My
Okay.
computer is delay.
Okay, Ding Lam. So last question for today. Ding Lam, does your family ever eat rice? Ding Lam.
Con hiểu câu hỏi của thầy không?
Yes, for sure.
Good. Yes, for sure. Okay. Thank you, everyone. That is the end of the lesson for today. Great to see you all. I will send you some homework tomorrow. By the way, I'm looking forward to seeing you all face to face. I will be coming to Hanoi in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all face to face and spending much more time speaking with you. So I'm looking forward to that, but also looking forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. So everyone, have a happy week. Hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Tam biet. Tam biet, everyone. Tam
Để
biet.
hai tuần nữa thầy sang rồi thì mình sẽ học offline, off 2 tuần nữa chứ. Good, goodbye everyone.
Bye bye.